Hey guys, it's Michelle from Weekend Craft here, and today I'm going to teach you one of my favorite things. You may notice I love buffalo check, and I'm going to teach you guys how to paint a buffalo check pattern. So there are a couple things you need to know in order to get started. So let me walk you through the materials you'll need and then how we're going to make this pattern. For this project, you'll need a wooden blank for your sign. You can get it at your craft store. And then you need chalk paint for this. This is going to be your base layer. You'll need a few paintbrushes, some frog tape. You always want to use frog tape. It is better than the blue one. And then black and white acrylic paint. The key to painting buffalo check is to use chalk paint. Do not skip this step. You want to use chalk paint as your base layer. That way, when you're taping it, the paint won't come up. It gives you a great matte layer for your base. Once you're done painting this, you are going to let this dry completely. And then we're going to start taping. You are going to tape the top of your sign first, and we're using an extra piece of tape as our guide in between our horizontal stripes here. So you may need to cut a piece depending on the last bit of a stripe you need to make. I just sliced it with an X-Acto knife and added it right in there. Now you want to make sure your tape lines are down very crisp. That way no paint will seep under them. So I am mixing a light gray or your lightest color that you're going to use for the horizontal stripes, and we are going to paint the lightest color first. So I'm just using a smaller detail brush here to paint this on. I'm not using a ton of paint. The more excess paint you use, the more likely it could be to seep under the frog tape. Now you'll want to peel back your painter's tape while this is still a little bit wet. And then we are letting it dry completely. Once we've done that, we're going to start by taping vertical stripes on the left-hand side here. You're going to leave that first vertical stripe empty, but we're still using a piece of tape in between each and every stripe so we get the correct spacing. Now this frog tape, I don't think I mentioned it. It is the 1-inch frog tape, which I think is technically 0.94 inches. And I will have that all linked in the description below. Okay, now we need a medium color gray. So this is going to be our in-between of our lightest gray and our black. So I'm just custom mixing these colors with black and white. And then I am starting to paint those vertical stripes. Again, I'm not trying to oversaturate it. I'm also not worried if it's getting on like the side walls of the sign because I am going to paint the outer frame black. So once you finish painting this, you are going to let it dry completely. Once it's dry, we're going to start from the top, and then we are going to do our horizontal lines. Now this is the part where we are painting our check, which is just our pure black, and where this should be on the plaid is where your horizontal and your vertical line intersect. That is what should be the black check. So you'll see immediately if you did this right, if it is in the right spot, and it is, luckily. That's why it's important to pay attention in the tutorial from where you are taping from in your sign. Now, if you need a full written tutorial of this to reference, I have it in the description. And now I'm just going through here and I am kind of doing a little bit of touch-up, if anything bled through the paint. So this came out pretty clean, but it just needs some slight touch-ups here and there. So I'll go ahead and take a couple minutes to just make it look a little bit cleaner before I start to paint the frame. Now I'm just going through and I am painting the frame. So starting on the inside, and I'm going through slowly and just hand painting it with no tape. You can add tape for a straighter line if you want. I'm usually pretty confident in my painting skills, so I went ahead and just did this sans tape, but I love the way that this just frames out the pattern, and this background to the sign is great for any sort of lettering for fall or Christmas or the holidays. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and you can go ahead and make some buffalo check patterns on some of your projects going forward. Now, this is great for the holidays coming up, or in the past I've even done this with different colors for Easter, for Pride Month, for 4th of July. So very easy to customize. If you liked this video and liked my teaching techniques, go ahead and hit that follow button below, and also follow me over on Instagram. I'll see you on the next video.